everyone. Welcome to Yoga Bootcamp. If you happen to have some weights, you can grab them. It's just a little bit of extra. You don't need weights. You can always do stuff here without weights too. Coming down onto our back, we're actually going to start in a Shavasana pose. So you're going to roll down all the way onto your back and let your legs go long and let your arms stay by the side of the body. And maybe roll your wrists and rock your body from side to side, circle your toes, your feet, your ankles, and just wake up your body in the way where you want your joints to be active. And then keeping an active mind, don't allowing yourself to just check out and go right into a sleep mode. You want to stay just a little active here in your Shavasana pose. Maybe your toes still stay up, turned up, or you can allow them to open out, but just be aware of your breath. Settle a little bit more into the mat and notice how your body feels today. And working your way up the body, just noticing your feet, your calves, your thighs, feeling the hips on the mat, noticing the natural curve of your spine, feeling the shoulders and the back of the head, and the natural curve in the neck. And just swallow and relax your throat. And once you've noticed the points here on your body as they touch the mat, then start to notice your breath. Maybe with your eyes closed, you start to feel your breath just coming in through the nose, nice and cool, filling the belly, filling the lungs, expanding, creating space. And then exhale it out, release, and just let it go. And breathing in and out through the nose, calming breaths. And our mantra for today is, I have time. I have time. And when I was little, my mother used to always say to me, we're playing a game of beat the clock with all the things that we have to do. And when you think that way, it creates a sense of anxiety. And once you take a moment to say, I have time, and I can get what I need done, or I can do the things I need to do for myself, even in that time. I have time for myself. I have enough time. You start to calm. You start to release some of that anxiety. Take another breath in. And let it go. And take the arms overhead, reaching long. Clasp your fingers, flip the palms, press the fingers and palms away, point the toes. Releasing the arms down the sides of your body. Start to bend each knee and slide each foot up the mat. Pausing here for a moment, one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Making this time for yourself here on your mat. Breathing in and out. Releasing any tension. Slowly bringing each knee then in towards the chest, giving yourself a hug. Maybe rocking side to side, or lifting the shoulders off the mat and drawing the nose in towards the knees. And then soften the shoulders down onto the mat and take your arms into a cactus arms. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, let the legs float to the right. Take your gaze to the left. Let your right hand find the left leg and pull your left leg a little bit more into the twist. Feel a little bit more length in the left side of the body as the left hip draws away from you. Slowly come back to the center, bringing the legs, using your core. And as you exhale, let the knees float to the left. Take your gaze to the right. Taking your left hand this time to the right thigh and pulling the right leg a little bit more into the twist. Softening both shoulders onto the mat. Maybe you're turning your head to the right. Let your right side body grow longer. And then gently come back into center. Bringing both knees back into the chest. And then slowly let the legs release to the floor and extend the legs long and bring the arms overhead and reach. As you exhale, let the arms sweep down the sides of the body, lifting the shoulders up off the mat. Draw the right knee into the chest and touch the fingers behind the right thigh. As you inhale, releasing and coming back into your full stretch, lowering the head and the shoulders to the mat. Inhale. As you exhale, sweep the arms, left knee in, reaching and touching the fingers behind the left thigh. As you inhale, open, lengthen, reach. As you exhale, right knee in, fingers touch under the right thigh. Inhale, circle the arms up and up over the head. Exhale, left knee to the chest, lift the shoulders off the mat and reach underneath the left hamstring. Inhale, take the arms up overhead. And as you exhale, softly releasing the arms down the sides of the body. Start to bend into each knee and place the feet on the floor. Taking your arms overhead, clasp the hands behind your head. As you inhale, find some length. And as you exhale, just lift the shoulders halfway up. So lift the shoulders just about halfway. Take a breath here, inhale. And as you exhale, maybe lift the shoulders up even more off the mat, keeping the chin off the chest, but the gaze to the thighs. As you inhale, lower all the way down. As you exhale, lift halfway up. Take another breath here. As you exhale, lift all the way up. With your next inhale, lower all the way down. With your next exhale, half lift. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift the rest of the way. With a breath in, start to lower the shoulders to the mat and take the knees into the chest. Take a breath. Exhale it out. Lower the feet to the mat, arms down the sides of the body. And as you inhale, lift the hips off the mat and bring the arms overhead, reaching long with the arms, coming into your bridge pose and breathing into your belly and stretching the hip flexors. As you exhale, lower the hips and lower the arms. 2 more times. Inhale, lift and reach. Exhale and lower. 1 more time. Inhale, lift to reach. And exhale to lower. Bring the knees back to your chest. And we're going to rock and roll up to a seated pose and place your feet onto the mat. Let your feet be as wide as your mat and maybe your toes turn towards the corners of the mat. Let your arms come out in front and lean back. Let your body come into a boat pose with the feet planted. Take a deep breath here, inhale. And as you exhale, sitting up just a little, reach the right hand to touch the left foot. And then leaning back into your boat pose, take a breath. As you exhale, lift up, left hand to the right foot. Inhale to lower. Exhale, right hand left. Inhale to lower. Exhale, left hand to right. Inhale, exhale, reach. Inhale to lower. Exhale to touch and reach. We have 1 more. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, lift, opposite hand to foot. Come back to your boat with the feet planted. Exhale, twist, touching the feet. And then releasing the hands down. Let your fingers come towards the hips. Now plant the feet about hip distance apart, pressing down through the feet and the hands. Just lift the hips, shoulders from the ears. Maybe the chin stays towards the chest or open the throat, keeping the shoulders from the ears. Your fingers can always turn a little bit out if you need it. And then lower the hips to the ground. We're coming to all fours, crossing the legs, roll over the shins, wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips, maybe moving and shifting and rolling in your cat and cows, or coming into your more regular neutral cat and cows as you inhale and dropping the belly. And as you exhale, press, lift, and round. Flowing with your breath. Once you've moved through a couple of cat and cows, find a neutral spine and walk the hands just a little bit out in front. And now big circles with the body. So circle the torso forward, around, maybe back through a child's pose, circling your body, big movements here. Inhaling to come forward and exhaling, drawing back into child's. Now make sure you go in both directions. So making maybe about 3 circles in each direction. Big circles, let the hips maybe come forward, pausing where you need it. And then resting back in child's pose, roll out your wrists. And then sweeping the arms behind you, clasping the hands there if you can, or grabbing your opposite elbows. If you can, extend the knuckles away, draw the shoulder blades together, tipping the chin to the chest, lift the hips and come to the crown of your head. Rabbit pose, let the shoulders come away from the ears. And then bending the elbows, let the hands come to the hips to the heels, and then come back through your child's pose, let the arms reach out in front. As you inhale, start to tent the fingers in your child's pose. As you exhale, walk the hands over to the right side of the mat. Reaching a little longer with the left fingers, draw the left hip towards the left heel. Maybe even press into the right fingers and look over your right shoulder. And then walk your hands through center over to the left side, reaching longer with the right arm, draw the right sits bone back. And then maybe think about pushing into the left fingers this time to turn and look over the left shoulder. Keep reaching long with the right hand. And then walk your way back into center. And then curl your toes, lift your hips, and come into a downward facing dog. And when you get there, pedal out your feet, shake your head yes and no. Move as you might need. Come up onto the balls of both feet, bending the knees. Let your chest come towards the thighs, and then tip your tailbone up to the sky. Straighten the legs, lower the heels, pull the core in, lift your armpits, grip the mat with your hands. Let your inner elbows spin forward to hug your triceps underneath you. Now from here, as you inhale, roll right into a plank pose. Maybe you're not moving your hands and feet. And as you exhale, come back into a downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward, find plank. Exhale, downward dog. One more time, roll forward. Maybe let the head be the last thing that comes forward. And as you exhale, roll back into a downward facing dog. Take a deep breath here and exhale out. Making your way back into plank pose, we're going to lower your knees and bring your chest and chin to the mat, sliding onto your belly and finding Cobra Pose. Lift your right leg and walk it long, lift the left leg, walk it long, and bring your hands a little bit lower down on towards the mat to the lower rib cage. Grip your mat with your fingertips and pull your heart forward first, and then as you inhale, lift the chest. Let the shoulders draw away from the ears. Think about pulling the elbows towards the hips. Let your legs be long. Inhale. Exhale, forehead to the mat. Inhale, lift again, Cobra. Exhale, forehead to the mat. One more time. Inhale, lift again for Cobra. Pause in here. Maybe take your gaze over the right shoulder. Stretch the neck. Inhale to center. Maybe lower the forehead. Exhale it out. Inhaling, lifting. Last time, look over your left shoulder and lower to the mat. Take your arms long out in front and find that full body stretch you did on your back here on your belly. Maybe you're lifting and reaching and opening the fingers and toes. And then settle here on your mat. Lifting your right arm, walk your right arm a little longer, reaching that right arm. And then lift the left leg and reach the left leg in the opposite direction. And then lower both down onto the mat. Lift your left arm, reach it longer, spread the fingers wide. Holding it here, lift your right leg, maybe spread the toes, reaching in opposite direction. Lower and release. As you inhale, right arm and left leg lift, reaching in opposite direction, and lower. Left arm, right leg lifts, and lower. Right arm, left leg, and release. Left arm and right leg, and slowly release. Bringing the hands down the sides of the body, pressing up through a child's pose. Maybe curl your toes under here in your child's pose and stretch the underside of your feet. Take a breath. And exhale, coming into a downward facing dog. Take a deep breath here. Inhale. And full exhale. Start to walk your hands back towards your feet. Let your feet be wide and hang here in ragdoll. Let your head go. Bend your knees. Take a breath and let it go. Placing your hands on the mat, heel toe your feet in towards one another. Rooting down on the feet, bend the knees, hands to the hips, lift your chest. Rise up, reach up, inhale, reach. Exhale, mountain pose. As you breathe in, reach the arms, pull up on the left wrist side, bend to the right. As you inhale, come to center. As you exhale, side bend left, maybe pull up on the right wrist side, bend to the left. Coming back into center, bend the knees and find chair pose at the back of the mat. Sitting deeply, breath in. Exhale it out. Let the arms sweep behind you like wings, heart comes forward, breath in. Shifting onto the balls of the feet, lift the heels, squeeze the legs towards one another. Inhale. And exhale, one more, inhale. Exhale, lower the heels. Inhale, reaching the arms in chair. Take a breath. As you exhale, dive to the mat. Find your length, inhale, hands to the shins. As you exhale, fold in and walk your way back out into plank pose. Pausing here, separating your feet and bringing your hands in a little closer. With a breath in, we're going to tap your right hand off the mat to the right and bring it back in. Left hand taps off the side of the mat and bring it back in. Right foot taps, bring it to center. Left foot taps, bring it to center. Now switching, left hand taps, come back into plank. Right hand taps and come back to plank. Left foot taps off to the side, pull it back in. Right foot taps, keep the hips in neutral, come back to center. Now here, find your normal plank pose. Maybe you're shifting onto the balls of the feet and bending the elbows halfway for chaturanga. You can come all the way to the mat, cobra or upward dog, slide forward and through. Hips are lifted, pressing into the tops of your feet. As you exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath and let it go. As you inhale, the right leg comes high. Bend into the knee and open the hip. Let your left heel ground, look under your left armpit and find the right foot there. Square off your shoulders, lengthen long through the right side of the body, reaching the right knee longer. As you inhale, come to center. As you exhale, right knee to the nose and step your right foot through. Lowering your left knee to the mat, coming to a low lunge. Climb the way to the top of the right leg, lift the chest, sink the hips. Take both arms up overhead when you're ready. Rooting down through the right foot and the top of your left foot. Find balance here. Throw the right heel back and press into the top of your left foot. Bringing your hands to heart center and coming into a twist. Either left hand to the right outer thigh and the right hand to your sacrum, or hook your left elbow to the outside of the right foot, right knee, and press into the hands for your twist. With each exhale, twist a little deeper. And then as you inhale, releasing, let your fingers come to the mat, curl your left toe and walk your left knee back a little bit. And then straighten your right leg. If you have blocks and you need them here, take the blocks. Folding over your right thigh, so maybe you're turning a little bit to the right. You can either point the foot or flex it or do a little bit of both. And then we'll step back into your right foot. Let your right hand come to the inside of your right foot and your left foot is going to swivel to the right side of the mat. Now either with your right hand on a block or your right hand on the floor, press into the right hand and peel the left arm up. Pressing the right arm into the right leg and the right leg into the right arm. Open into the right leg. And then as you inhale, start to unwind, releasing back into your lunge, lifting your back knee and stepping back into plank. Here you can take a vinyasa or skip it, meeting in downward facing dog when you're ready. And with a breath in, the left leg comes high. Bend the knee, open your hip, lower your right heel, look under the right armpit and find your left foot. Lengthen long through the left knee, even out your shoulders. As you inhale, bring the leg to center. As you exhale, left knee to the nose and step the left foot to the left thumb. Lower the right knee to the mat and untuck the toes. Left ankle and knee are in line. Root down through the left foot and the top of the right foot to come to the top of the left thigh. Clasp the hands on the left thigh, lift your chest. And when you're ready, take the arms overhead. Full Anjaneyasana, arms reach up, legs ground down. Inhale. As you exhale, hands to the heart, we're taking your twist your way, either elbow hooks or right hand to the left thigh and left hand to the sacrum. Find your twist your way, pressing your hands in towards one another to guide the heart towards that prayer. And then as you inhale, unwind, releasing the hands to the mat, curl your right toe and walk your right knee back a little bit. Straighten your left leg, fold over your left leg. You can point and flex the foot and move through pointing and flexing if that feels good. And then stepping into your left foot, left hand comes to the inside of your left foot, your right foot swivels off to the right side of the mat. Pressing into the left hand, hug your left leg in, press the left arm into the left leg, and reach the right arm up to the sky for a twist. Keep pressing the arm and the leg into one another. Keep reaching. As you inhale, we'll unwind. Make your way into your lunge and then to your plank. Take a vinyasa or skip it. And downward dog. Breath here, inhale. And exhale. The right leg is going to come high as you breathe in. Bending into the knee, maybe opening the hip and coming into wild thing if you have that in your practice. Right toes up and over, open the heart. And then as you inhale, start to unwind, bring the right foot forward with you and come into your lunge. And then here we're stepping into the right foot. Let your fingers come forward with you. Find your supported warrior three. Let your left finger stay. Peel the right arm up for revolved half moon. Flex your left foot a lot. And then as you inhale, unwind, and we're stepping back, crescent lunge, arms lift. Reach it up, inhale. As you exhale, hands to the heart. We're going to take another breath here. And as you exhale, open up into goddess. So shift your feet and come to goddess. Take a breath here, inhale. And exhale. Reaching the arms, straighten the legs, star pose, inhale. As you exhale, hands to the heart, lunge to the back of the mat, high lunge. As you inhale, start to open back, find your goddess as you exhale. Inhale, reach and open, star pose. And this time as you exhale, shift your feet for warrior two. Take a breath here, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, peaceful warrior, reach up. Exhale, make your way down to the mat. Step it back, maybe vinyasa or skip it. Downward facing dog. Left leg high, inhale. Bend the knee, open the hip, maybe a wild thing. Lift and open. As you exhale, start to unwind, stepping it forward. Find your lunge. Fingertips down. Take a breath. As you exhale, step into the left foot, find a supported warrior three. Inhale. As you exhale, right hand stays, left arm peels up, find your twist. With a breath in, start to unwind. As you exhale, step your right foot all the way back. With an inhale, reach up, crescent lunge, inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. As you inhale, start to turn to the right, open to goddess. As you exhale, settle into goddess. With an inhale, star pose, reach the arms, straighten the legs. As you exhale, turn towards the back of the mat and find your lunge, hands to the heart. Inhale, open back to goddess. Exhale, soften. Inhale, straighten and reach, star. Exhale, warrior two, front of your mat. Inhale, peaceful warrior, reach. Exhale all the way down. Vinyasa here or skip it. Downward facing dog. And just release and come to sit or child. Okay. So for our workout today, we're going to have 2 circuits. The first circuit is going to be 40 seconds of work, 10 seconds of break, 3 rounds. The first exercise we have, we're going to start at the back of the mat. And then use your arms to hop yourself forward for 2 hops. Hands come to the mat, back into plank, step or hop. And then walking the hands back towards the feet for your inchworm, starting again. The next one we have, you'll come onto the belly. And we're gonna do alternate arm, alternate leg for swimmers. Now here, if you wanna have some weights for this exercise, you can. You're gonna come into your goddess pose, bend the knees. You're gonna curl the weight to the shoulders. You're gonna pivot and maybe punch one arm. So if I'm turning towards the front of the mat, my left arm is punching. Pull it back in, come back to goddess. Good. Take your curl, pivot and punch. So you can do this with or without weights. It's a curl, pivot and punch. Curl, pivot and punch. The last one that we have in this is we're gonna step. If you wanna take the weights, we're gonna take a lap. So arms down the sides, step wide squat, feet meet fly. Step wide, left squat, and then arms fly. Okay, let's get started. Okay, we have 5 seconds to get into place. Starting here at the back of your mat. We're gonna 2 hops. Take it to a burpee. Here we go, 2 hops. Hands down, step or hop back. Walk the hands back towards the feet, come to the back of the mat. Sweep your arms, light little jumps. Hands down, hop or step, walk it back. 2 hops. Maybe if you want to do 1 hop, you can. Hop it back. Be mindful about your plank. If you want to do 1 big hop, you can. Take it back. Walk the hands to the feet. Stand tall. Sweep your arms. 10 more seconds. 1 more. Come on. Down we go. Back. And walk the hands up. So if you're here in plank, just lower to your belly. Let your arms reach long. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Swimmers. Here we go. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Alternating sides. Reaching the arms and legs in opposite directions. Working your glute muscles, your back and shoulder muscles. 20 more seconds. Reach and lengthen. Lower and switch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. 8 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press back into child's. While you're there, maybe grab your weights. Come to stand. Goddess pose, toes out, heels in, palms forward. Get ready. Down, curl, pivot, punch. Back to center, down, curl, pivot and punch. One arm punches forward, both arms curl at center in goddess. Curl, pivot and punch. 15 more seconds. Let's get a couple more in. Squat low. As you straighten the legs, pivot, find your lunge. Punch one arm forward, 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. All right, take your feet together. We're gonna step wide, find your squat, stand, and then fly the arms. 3, 2, and 1. Step wide to squat. Step feet meet, fly the arms. Step wide squat, fly. Get low, take the arms wide. Feet meet. Standing tall, take the arms out. You can have the elbows bent. 20 seconds, halfway mark. Squat deep. Weight is in the heels. 10 more seconds. Keep squatting. Stepping wide. Feet meet. 4 seconds. Fly the arms. 2 and 1. Take it to the back of your mat. 1 big hop, 2 hops, however many hops it takes for you to get to the front of the mat. We're gonna do it. You're gonna burpee back and then walk the hands to the feet. 3, 2, 1. Take your jump. Plant the hands, plank, move your way back to the feet. 1 or 2 big jumps, plank, inchworm back and stand. Sweep the arms to help get you a little bit more forward. Landing softly as you jump. 15 more seconds. Get a couple of big more jumps in. 10 more seconds. Hands down for your plank. Plant your palms. 3 more seconds. Get 1 more in. All right, all the way to your belly. Untuck the toes, reach your arms. 5 seconds, alternate arm and leg. 2, 1, lift and reach. Lift and reach. Inhaling, lifting and reaching. Exhaling, lowering and switching. Keep going. Keep on lifting. 15 more seconds. Engage the glutes. Engage the arms. Reaching. Find a way to reach in opposite directions as you lift. 3, 2, 1. Hands to the mat. Press it back. Grab your weights. Standing up. Goddess pose. Toes out, heels in. Weights in hands, palms forward. Down. Curl. Pivot and punch. Find the rhythm to it and then flow with it. Just pivot on the back foot. Take that punch towards the side of the mat. Make sure you're breathing. Pivot and punch. 10 more seconds. Elbows stay tight to the body for your curl. Pivot and punch. 4 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Keep your weights. Start with the feet together. We're stepping wide and then lateral raises. 3, 2, and 1. Step wide, bend the knees. Feet meet, fly your arms. Other side, step wide and fly. Down low, feet meet, stand tall. Squeeze the legs together to let your feet come together. Down low and reach. Now remember, with weights or no weights, you're still lifting the arms, and without allowing them to just fall down, you're actively pulling them down. 10 more seconds, lift, and then pull. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Here we go, back to your mat, last round. 10 seconds, a little extra time, a break. All right, we have 6 more seconds. Get ready to hop it forward. Any amount you can get, do it. 1 big one, 2 little ones, plant the palms, hop or step back to plank, walk your hands back towards the feet, stand tall. Bend the knees, sweep the arms, take your hop. If you want a little extra, maybe you feel like you need more, then take the push-up. No harm in that. You can walk your hands back, stand tall. We have 15 more seconds. Maybe you just get 1 push-up in and you lower the knees. Take it a little step up. 8 more seconds. Let's try to get 2 more in. 3 seconds. All right, to your stomach. Release the arms forward. Legs are long. 3, 2, and 1. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Reach. Lift and squeeze. Find your breath again. Keep reaching in opposite directions and lifting opposite arm and opposite leg. Reach. Breathing. 15 more seconds. Almost done. Here we go, 10 seconds. Keep on engaging the glutes. Reaching, engage the shoulders in the back. 2, and 1. All right, child's pose quickly. Grab your weights. We're coming to our goddess. Toes out, heels in, palms forward, bend, curl, lift and punch. Pivot and punch, curl. When you're punching, push, pull, come back to goddess and curl. Punch, push, pull. Halfway point, 20 seconds left. Reach. Punch, pull. Good, curl it. Pivot. 8 seconds. It's always great to get your body moving in different directions. 3, 2, and 1. Keep it guessing, right? Keep your body guessing. All right, feet start together. We're gonna take a wide squat. Come back, fly the arms. Here we go, step wide. Feet meet, fly the arms. Step, squat, lift, fly. Don't let your arms just fall. Control the up, control the down. Halfway point, 20 seconds. Keep breathing. Weight is in the heels as you squat. Try to get low. 10 seconds. No rounding in the back. Get your hips down, bend the knees. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we have one last thing to do. We're gonna do one quick round of core. We practiced some of it in our class. The first one is arms overhead, lift, touch, sweep, lift and touch. Then we'll rock and roll, plant the feet, lean back. We're doing our boat, tap the feet. Coming into a plank pose, we're going to tap right hand, right foot, left foot. Switching sides, we'll do the other way. Coming back to your back, we're finishing up with core, half crunch, full crunch, lower the way down. And then the last thing we have, hands under the hips, 8 flutter kicks, knees to the chest, and lift your hips. Whew. All right, 5 seconds, full body stretch, arms overhead. 3, 2, 1. Sweep the arms, bend your right knee, touch behind the thigh. Lift the shoulders as you sweep the arms. Lift, reach, touch. Arms overhead, full breath in. Exhale, pull the knee in. Inhale, reaching the body long. Exhale, lift and pull. Try and touch the fingers behind each thigh as you draw the knee in. Find the length as you inhale, arms overhead. Find the contraction. Whew. We're gonna rock and roll, come on up. Plant your feet on the floor, hip wider, toes towards the corners of your mat. Lean back. Now reach and touch. Reach and touch opposite hand to opposite foot. Lean back, lift up, tap opposite hand to opposite foot. Touch, reach, good, lift, tap. Your feet are wide. Your feet are on the floor until you're lifting to twist. Leaning back, find your boat. Woo, plank pose. We just have one round of all of this, so come on into plank. 4 seconds, we're tapping each limb out to the side for 1. Hand, foot, foot, and then opposite hand, foot, foot, and then switch. Right, left, right leg, left foot, left hand, left foot, right foot. Now right and left, right and left, then left hand, left foot, right foot. Drop your knees, sweep your legs around, plant the feet on the floor, hands behind the head. We're half crunch and then full crunch. So lift up higher, lower all the way down. Exhale, lift, lifting higher, lower to the mat. Exhale, lift even higher, lower down. Big exhale, exhale again. A half crunch, a full crunch, coming back down, 5 seconds. You can do this. lift it more. All right, hands under the hips. Take your legs out. They can be 45 degrees, they can be higher, but we're gonna do 8 flutter kicks up and down, and then bring the knees to the chest. So counting on your own, do 8 flutter kicks up and down, knees into the chest, lift the hips, extend the legs, and then extend the legs after you do your 2 knee-ins. Pull it in twice, lift your hips, extend the legs. Out long in front, flutter the legs, knees to the chest, then extend the legs out, knees to the chest, extend the legs out, flutter those legs. You can do it, you're doing great. 2 seconds, pull it in. Excellent, bring the knees into your chest. Take a second here just to be on your back. Rocking side to side, and then letting your feet land. Taking the arms down the sides of the body. Feet are hip distance apart. Walk your heels in close to your hips. As you inhale, lifting your hips. Tuck your shoulders underneath you. If you can, clasp your hands, pressing the palms in towards one another, and really sneak those arms underneath you. Breathe into your belly, lifting your hips, stretch your hip flexors. Separate the hands, lowering down, let your knees just knock in for a moment, one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. We're coming up one more time. Preparing for your bridge, arms down the sides of the body, opening the knees, lift your hips as you inhale. As you exhale, get the arms underneath you and find the awkward crossing of your thumbs. Pressing down through the feet, let the foot, toes and shins press forward so that the torso lifts up and towards the back of the mat. And then separate the hands, lower the hips, let your knees knock in again. Feet be wide this time. Let your feet be wide. Close your eyes and start to windshield wipe the legs from side to side. Slow twists. Shifting and moving just a little side to side. And then let the legs float to the right. You can take your right ankle onto the left thigh if you want. Here, let your left knee reach longer towards the opposite end of your mat. And maybe the arms come overhead. Look under the left armpit. Grow longer in your left leg. Press down with the right foot, press back with your left thigh. And then come back into your figure 4 through center. Threading it through if you want, flexing and activating your feet, using the right elbow to press the right knee open. Maybe here you extend the left leg to the sky while you're drawing in. And then we're going to bend into your left knee, let the left foot land, releasing the right leg to the sky, clasping behind the right hamstring. We're going to take a breath in. As you exhale, walk the hands up the back of the leg, maybe lift the shoulders off the mat. And then releasing and letting your right knee bend, taking your feet wide, knees knock in, and moving through those twists again. Allowing the legs to wiper from side to side. Eventually finding the left side of the mat and taking your left ankle or foot to the top of your right leg, right thigh. Grab opposite elbows overhead. Reach your right leg long. Try and keep the shoulders on the mat. Slowly make your way to figure 4. Pausing if you need to, or going in right into your thread through. Flexing both feet, pressing the left elbow into the left knee. Maybe extend the right leg to the sky as you pull the legs in. Bend into the right knee. We're going to release the right foot to the ground, left leg to the sky, clasp behind the hamstring. Making your hands slide their way up towards the calf, lift the shoulders off of the mat. Releasing your left leg to meet the right. We're going to take your arms into eagle arms, so wrap your right arm under your left. Lifting the elbows, start to press the fingers away. Maybe you feel the shoulders on the mat, or if it feels better to round a little, you can. Take a breath here, inhale. And as you exhale, just gently lift the shoulders up off of the mat, draw the elbows in towards the chest, press the fingers away, and then lower the shoulders to the mat, unwind the arms. Left arm under right, wrap eagle arms if you can. If not, a hug is always fine. Pausing first here, maybe letting the shoulders come onto the mat. Elbows are in line with the shoulders, pressing the fingers away. Breath in. As you exhale, elbows to the chest, lifting the shoulders off the mat. Press the fingers away, looking towards the biceps. And slowly lowering the shoulders to the mat, unwinding the arms, releasing them out to the sides, and then bringing one knee, use your core, and then the other knee into the chest, sweeping the arms towards the feet, catch your feet, drawing the feet to the sky, come into happy baby, using the hands to pull the feet down, knees into the armpits. You can rock if you want, or be more active. Use the hands to pull the feet down, press the feet into the hands, and let your lower back come to the mat and reset. Push and pull, hand and feet. Knees to the chest, the feet release to the floor, and extend your legs long and come back to our Shavasana pose, just as we started our class. Take a deep full breath in. Take a deep full breath out. Just notice your body here now in this pose, after you've taken the time to move your body, to breathe, to feel, to stretch, to find space. Take a moment here to now give yourself a few moments to take the time for Shavasana pose. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Take a deep full breath in and sigh it out. Staying here as long as you need in this pose, or starting to make little movements with your body, wiggling your fingers and toes, rocking your head from side to side. Bending the knees, slide the feet up the mat, pausing, take the arms overhead, reaching long. Inhale. And as you exhale, let the knees come into your chest. As you exhale and roll to one side. Take a breath here in your fetal position. Inhale. As you exhale, press up to a comfortable seated pose facing the front of your mat. Hands onto the thighs, massaging the legs, the kneecaps, the shins, and then cupping the hands on the knees. Inhale, lift your chest. As you exhale, bend the elbows, hands to heart center. Take a deep full breath in. Take a deep full breath out. Thumbs to the third eye. Namaste. Beautiful practice, everyone. Thanks for joining. See you next time.